What's your cat's name? Two orange cats named Mac and Cheese. Boo, after Boo Radley. His government name is Mr. Business, which he uses mostly for professional relationships. Of which he has many. Mistress Pepper of the Corn or Peppercorn, but we just call her Miss PP. Just got 3 kittens. Gozer, Zol, and Ray. Moo Moo because she looks like a mini cow. Percy, short for Percocet. Peralta, named after the one and only Jake Peralta. You're not hacking my password. I've had so many cats. I'm on to like my 10th cat by now. Carl. Pronounced Rick Grimes style. Azula. Her nails are as sharp and dangerous as the Fire Nation. I had a cat named Cigarettes. Then, we found Hunter S. Bat's hit in a dumpster. We picked up Emmett Otter and Fish Mooney in Massachusetts. Marty McFly showed up on the porch the first year we moved back to Kansas. Then we got Ember Rose, Renfield, Banjo, and Orlock through various misadventures. Too many damn cats, I tell ya. She passed away, but her name was Misty. Prince and Cash. The whole litter was named after rock stars. Beans as in toe beans. Aguila, but she thinks Baby is her name. Weebles. As in Weebles wobble but they don't fall down. Dexter and fill in the blank. Rusty, Frankie, and Archie. Dexter, Lucky, B1X, Simon and Shitten. Sidney Catby, after Sidney Crosby. Hershey. He was one of 3 kittens named after Esmores, Graham, Hershey, and Marshmallow. Roly. She likes to roll around. LOL. My mom's cat is named Leo. He's orange. Abby, but I call her Boo Boo. It's a long story. Small Paul Bertles Frankelbiter Sprout Tiny Pie, R.I.P., Furious Maud, R.I.P. Trillion Astra after Tricia McMillan in Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy. She will also answer to Trilly, Trill Kitty and Trillificent when she's being spicy. Matanuska and Susitna. His government name is Dr. Alexander Poopypants Luther, Esquire. We mostly just call him Nugget. We have 2 other cats, Colby Jack and Chingu. Nico Antonio aka Nico the Menace. Bernadette and Louise. Aka Bernie and Wheezy. Shaz. My kid said there's no way you can call a cat Shaz. Signed and sealed. Theodore. Mostly called Dodo though. Professor Chaos, Sasha, Selkie, and Vina. Bean, unless he's up to trouble then we use his government name, Baked Bean LOL. Zoe. I wanted to name her Cataly Portman, but husband hated it. Zuko, after Zuko, the prince of the firebenders. My cat is named Sushi. My parents just got one and named her Tunses. I have 2, Zeus and Zira. Kooky. My late wife's cat. She's a tiny Maine Coon. Milo Ann she's a chud BTW. Ryohei, Schrödinger, and Aurelius. Black fluffy cat named Luna, tan tabby named Verona. Mr. Baby, Fat Baby, Orange Baby. Hershey, like the chocolate. Kyrie, Binks, Sabrina, Salem, and Archer. We just lost Salem this month. My cat is named Toast because he spends most of his day just sitting in a sunbeam looking slightly burnt. Tractor. I found him inside of the engine. Minerva after Minerva McGonagall. Some great names. Though if any of you have them in your passwords. Change your passwords now. My son named our cat Orangey Whitey. Jinx, Jinxie, Binks, Bink, Binky, Binky Bear, Stinky Hair, Asshole, sometimes my son calls him Flops. These are all names for one cat. Albus Percival Meofric Brian Dumbledore. Mona Lisa and Star, short for Starry Night. Yo-Yo. His original name was Slaughterella until my husband was told he actually had balls. To be fair, he was found in the garbage at approximate 6 weeks old when it's still difficult to gender cats. Tiger, I know it's basic but my parents named her because she has a pattern. She is the love of my life. Meow, at least that's what she said it was. Havoc, that's his legal name. I fear his has the mustache of a certain dictator, so his nickname is worse, and mayonnaise. Don't answer this if you use them as passwords. Sir Charles Pickles Meowington 3. Lux, because she's the light. A tuxedo named Flurry, government name McFlurry. Smudge, Sludge, Puffle, Socks, and Bella are all of my cat's names. I didn't name her, but her previous owner called her Pico after orange Pico tea. Bet you can't guess what color she is. Ember, since her fur reminds me of embers from a campfire on the ground and she's feisty. My other, recently deceased cat was named Ash, for his fur and because he would always try to get into the fireplace and track little ashy paw prints around the apartment. Stevie Nicks and Ziggy Stardust. I always wanted a cat and name it Jinsbader Ruthberg. Cyril, April, Seymour, and Arnold Schwarzenegger. Burnt rotten chicken nugget. Or just nugget. Literally just started raising a litter of kittens who didn't have a mother. Keeping one and naming him Tyranitar, smiley face. Might keep another, I don't know what he'd be named yet, but for now I'm calling him Little Gray. Meatball and Garfield. I have two. Cringer and Skeletor. Guinness. She was the dark tabby of the litter and I was 21 and she was born on my bed. Robot Kitten. She's a diluted calico and her coloring reminds me of Robot Chicken. Which name, his government name or the 45 nicknames I've given him in a 2-year span? 3 of them, Wendy, Runa, and Butts. Owen, Arlo, and Tristan. They're named full and stop. Lil Shit. Aka Garfield. Rusty, he's a ginger. Tammy. Tammy was a feral we took in after spending 3 years getting her to trust us. She kept having litter after litter and none would survive past a year. Tammy lived through hurricanes and freezes. She survived dog attacks. She survived 110-degree weather. Tammy is tired and earned her retirement. Also, Bruce. Bruce was another feral that took a year or 2 to gain trust. Bruce is gray and white with a Batman mask, but then, we found Bruce was a she. But by that point, Bruce was her name and I wasn't changing it. Vets got a huge kick out of it when we took her in for what I thought was a prolapsed vag, but she turned out to be birthing a dead kitten. I could hear, wait. What do you mean Bruce is the pregnant one? What do you want to know next? My mother's maiden name. Where I went to school. Dark gray kitty with a lighter gray mane around her neck. She looks like a little rain cloud, so her name is Nimbus. Cumulonimbus when she's being bad. Carl, Gray, and Princess Donut, Tabby. Stuffing and pickles. Barbecue smoked ribs, carp, and Squishmallow previously had cats named Papaya, Banana, Strawberry, Peaches, and Cream.